it is Courtney, and I am here with Mackenzie, or Miss Evan, by Bonnie Sieben. And she does have a new mommy who has her on layaway. But one thing she requested is for her to have a new body put on, and I do agree with that because the body that she's on is almost kind of shapeless. It's like I was never really happy with her proportions, and I don't even know why I didn't think about changing her body beforehand. But yeah, that was actually a really good idea. So I'm pretty much just gonna switch out her body. I got her a new one, and I thought you guys might want to see how I do it anyway. So this was the body that she was on. This one here, and the one I'm going to be putting on her is this one here. This one does come with strings, but I'm going to replace those with some nice cable ties. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is take all of these out. Because the string, I don't know, I guess I've heard that some people actually like use them, the strings, and is not a good idea because you definitely run the risk of them, you know, coming untied over time. But I do use them. In fact, I actually should do that first, but it's a little too late. Usually I use them to test the body to make sure that it will work. Yeah, and I totally should have done that, but I didn't. But it really looks like it's going to fit her really well. She's more of a skinnier baby. Her limbs, I mean, she's not too chubby. She's got skinny limbs. So, and this body's on the thin side, which I really like, because a lot of the bodies they make too chubby, and the proportions are a little off there. So, I got some nice, long, thin cable ties that we're going to use. And please forgive my camera. My SD card for my regular camera decided to break randomly on me. Thankfully I was able to save the footage, but it's like completely falling apart, so I've got to get me a new memory card. So I'm using my phone, and my phone is actually in like selfie mode. And I have this little I guess it's kind of a tripod thing. It's this weird wiry thing with clips on it, and it's supposed to hold just different kinds of devices, and it looked like it would be good for holding a phone, so that's why I got it. But anyway, so feeding these cable ties can be a pain. You just have to kind of keep working at it, and it will eventually go through. So like this one in the neck was giving me some trouble, but it came through, so that's good. Well, it's almost through. Came through the hard part. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and cinch it a little bit. So there's the neck done. And then we're going to get the arms and legs done. So same way, and usually the arms and legs are easier. There's like one section to do. It's not usually sewn in between, so that's good. Sometimes in the legs it is because it's a longer piece, but not in this case. I did get this body from Bountiful Baby, which I don't usually like their bodies, but the bodies that they've produced for the Reborned kits I've really liked. Like I truly have. So and you really can't beat their prices. I mean, of course there's other, I'm sorry. Of course there's other bodies, you know, out there that are like this, you know, shaped nice, and but it's the money, really. This one was a very good price for what it is, and it's a very nice quality body. It really is. I have nothing to complain about it, and I've used all sorts of bodies. I've had a few that were, you know, I had custom made, and I just wasn't happy with them. The shape and all that, just was not thrilled, but I really like the proportions on these, for sure. So we're gonna, uh-oh, did this get twisted? It's not wanting to feed. Hold on. It's not wanting to feed through. Let's see, did I get twisted in here? Let me double check. Okay. That was weird. yeah, it got twisted for sure. Alright, so now the cable ties are all ready to go, and I'm going to take my handy dandy clippers, and I'm going to be extremely gentle because she is silicone. I'm going to go ahead and take her diaper off. Go, and I'm going to be snipping the cable tie very gently without coming in contact with the silicone. There we go. Need one little leggy, and take this off and throw it away so it doesn't poke the silicone. We don't want that. This one's kind of buried in the cloth body. Let's see, there we go. Okay, come on. There we go. Another leggy. I want to keep her hat on so it protects her hair. Aw, little legless darling. Alright, so now we're going to do her arms. I'll move this out of the way so I can get directly to the cable tie. There we go. Boop. Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm kind of concentrating on making sure I don't make any mistakes, because we don't want that. We don't want her silicone to be cut and poked. Even the flanges. Everything has a purpose. So last one. So this, her head's actually up on a neck ring, so that makes it a little bit easier. Alright, boop. Alright, so she's nice and safely removed. She is so gorgeous. Her paint job and everything's awesome. So I'm basically going to use the same that's in here. The body is not different in length. In fact, it's on the skinny side. So if nothing else, I might have to remove some of the stuffing, possibly. So I'm basically just going to put all the stuff that's in here, and I'm going to weight it the same, where I put a little bit, some polyfill to shape out the butt, and then I kind of put polyfill up to here, and then I make a little cavern in the middle, put the bag of glass beads there, and then fill it up the rest of the way. And sometimes I even put a little thing, which I may have done, so I put a little thing of glass beads up at the top as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, because that's going to be hard to do on the camera with her sitting there. So I'll be back when she's ready to be assembled. So one thing I really wanted to do first is to show you guys, I did re-weight her when she came to me. So, so I just wanted to show you, this is the material that I use. This is premium polyfill. You can get, I get mine at Michael's, and sometimes I get it at Hobby Lobby. It's super soft. It's very nice, high quality. I love it. I love the really soft, squishy stuff. And then I also use some really nice thick tights to put the glass beads in so they don't leak or anything like that. Oh, I was just going to show you guys. The glass beads that I use, a lot of times, I used to use glass shavings, which came from Harbor Freight. And it was basically when they make glass, they basically shave it off and it's just little pieces of glass. But the one thing that worried me about those is, even though they're little microscopic sand-sized pieces, they're still sharp. And I always worried about them like cutting through the tights. So I got, there's a wonderful lady on eBay. I'll have to find her name. I know it starts with an S, like her eBay name. But she has these, they're the same size as the shavings, so they're little microscopic, but they are actual little teeny tiny beads. So that's what I use in when I wait. So it definitely doesn't break through the stocking. There's no leaking. It's really nice. And I did add 2 in here. This one I put up towards her neck. And then I added a bigger one, or semi-bigger one, down for her butt. So sometimes I do one big one and kind of just have it set throughout. And then other times I'll do two tights worth of stockings, one down lower, one up higher, just to kind of get her weight distributed. So anyway, guys, there's that, and I'm going to go ahead and put her to, put the weighting back in her body, and I'll be back when I'm ready to assemble her. Hey again, guys, sorry my camera's wobbling. I'm accidentally hitting the thing it's connected to. But I just remembered, oh, we'll probably feel it. Just remembered that when I assemble a full-limbed baby, I always put the legs on first before I start building the stuff inside. That way there's no way for it to leak out. So I'm going to at least show you how some silicone kits come with like rings, and I guess it's for like a preemie sized neck ring. Oh, sorry, I keep hitting the camera thing. I know Bountiful Baby sells them, a couple other companies sell them. This one did not come with it, and this is how the seller and the artist did it, and it really works fine. I know that silicone seems almost fragile, and you're afraid it's gonna, you know, tear or mess up, but I have never had any issues doing it like this. And I certainly don't plan on it, because it's still very durable. Silicone is very durable, and you're not really stretching or pulling. You're just tightening the cable tie around it. And from all the silicone babies I've had, that most of them have been assembled like this with no problem whatsoever. If her new mommy sees this video, which I'm going to share with her, if you would like me to purchase the rings that go around here, I will be happy to and put them on for you. I honestly didn't even think about it till just now, but again, I've had, in fact, like my little I want to say my Asher does not have them either. I could be wrong. But it's literally all about just making sure that, because silicone is so soft, it will, you know, go through the if you don't have it tight enough, it will just pop right out because it's so flexible. So you wanted to get it really tight. There. I mean, that's pretty much it. So it's very secure. There's not going to be any problems with this leg coming out, but I will happily purchase the leg rings if you would like. I don't know if there's any small enough to fit this. That maybe they have, I don't even know, maybe they make some for the little 10-inch kits that they have, and I assume that that would fit, so I could probably do them for the arms as well. So you just let me know. But for now, we're going to go ahead and just assemble her like this. And if I do just need to replace the rings, that won't be hard, because I won't have to, you know, like reweight the body or anything. It'll just be sticking her on like this. So make sure the legs are nice and straight. I'm going to pull this a little bit tight and adjust it, and then pull up the rest of the body just to make sure we are in line. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten it a little bit more. Adjust around here, and then finally make it super tight. And there we go. All done with that. So now I'm going to put, actually I'm going to go ahead and clip this, because I do not want these cable ties to be poking. Look at this cute little butt she's going to have. I don't want these cable ties to be poking into the silicone. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stuff up her body real quick, and then I will be back to show putting the arms and the head back on. So, alright, be right back. Alright, so next step here, she's not completely stuffed yet, but I'm going to go ahead and be adding her arms to the body, and then I'll fill the rest of the leg before we put the neck. So again, got some hairs on her. Again, we are going to connect the body just like we did with the legs, or even though there's no cap, you just want to put them on nice and tight so that you don't risk the silicone able to be pulled out. So go ahead and stick her arm down in there. Make sure the fabric is pulled so it's not getting in the way of the cable tie. And then I want to fix her arm so she's able to like have it up and can suck her thumb, but it's also kind of in a relaxed position. So I'm going to do it about right here. And again, see, I'm going to pull it a little bit tight, and then I want to make sure that it's adjusted where we want it. Okay, so there we go. Tighten it the rest of the way. There we go. Again, we're not at risk of her arm coming out. It's exactly where it needs to be. Perfect. Alright, and next one. And you know what? Let's see. I think we're fine. And put the next arm in. Alright, so that's a pretty good position right there. And make sure it's adjusted around. And go ahead and tighten it. There we go. Sorry. Ta-da! Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and snip these off again. I also like the way that they position the cable ties on these bodies. Make sure that there's no sharp points, because we don't want it digging into the silicone for sure. Alright, nice and smooth. And there we go. Alright, I'm actually going to go ahead and fix her arms here. And I'm going to add our little tights piece here up at the top. Let's see. Kind of tuck it under so her arms will be in a good position. Also going to tighten her neck a little bit. Alright. I think there was a perfect amount of fluff, but we'll have to see because her head has a, you know, a pretty good big flange. So we'll see how that fits. Pull her down so you can see, and you can see her head here has a neck ring. She did not come with a neck ring. I purchased it for her because I wanted her head to be able to turn nicely, which it does with this. And this can be a little bit tricky because you really need to make sure that when you cinch the cable tie, that it's going right here in this groove. You don't want it to accidentally be able to slide up here into her silicone and, you know, bury into that. And you also don't want it to come down here. So not only does it need to be positioned here, but it has to be really cinched tight around it, or else it's going to slide up into the silicone, into the neck. So this is the tricky part for sure. I'm going to position her head real quick. Sorry if it's off camera. She might be stuffed a little bit too much. You might need to take some stuffing out. Yep. Add a little bit off the top here. There we go. Keeping her hat on so her hair will be protected while I'm doing this. Alright, so bring her back in. And we're going to make sure that we're filling the cable tie. There's the cable tie right up here. And I want to go ahead and position the cable tie exactly where I want it to go. And I'm going to tighten it a little bit and then just check it each time I tighten it, just to make sure it's in the position it needs to be. You don't want any cable tie sneaking up. Alright, so I'm going to tighten it a little bit more. Alright. Alright, and tighten it the rest of the way. Alright, perfect. So it's just sitting on the cable tie now. And I'm sorry, it's sitting on the oh goodness, the neck ring. There we go, that's the word. Alright, yay, it's her new body. This actually fits her very nicely. It really does. It looks really good on her. I'm going to show you a video in just a second. Let me go ahead and cut her to cable tie. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to pause it here and then show her body in full so her new mommy can see and see if she likes the body. If not, we will continue the saga of finding her a good one. So, alright, so here is Evan's new body. Now she's not laying flat like Asher was in the picture. But here it is. Little chubby belly, and I'm going to show you the back. You can see she's got a really cute little butt, which I like. The only thing that might be something you want to change is, I mean, I really actually like it, but I can see you might wanting a longer body for her. She is a long and lanky girl. I mean, that just really all depends on what you want, because she has, you know, I mean, she's got a very good sized torso, and then she's really long in the legs. So that might be the only thing that you might want to change, and if so, that's fine. I will look into that. But again, actually, I mean, I like her better this way than her other body for sure. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you all in another video. Bye!